Two shots to you. Hey up troops, it's A Littleton here again with another video, and this time we're looking at how to set up and defend Coastline. We're going to look at all the reinforcements, all the rotates, all the lines of sight you're going to need to set all four sites up efficiently and correctly, in my humble opinion. That's enough waffling, let's just get stuck into it. So let's get started then with Hookah and Billiards, and we've got something to talk about very quickly. The knife in the reinforcements, it kicked off on the bank video. People saying bring the knifing back, and other people saying don't knife. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to knife the reinforcements, because that's what I want to do, and this is my channel, so yeah. But also, I'm just not going to run up to each one. I'll just I can stand here and go like this and go like this. I don't have to run all the way up, okay? That's the compromise. I like knifing him because I feel like it's something that goes right, and that's that one sort of boxed off and ticked off. Anyway, we're back into Coastline, and I picked his army because I'm going to show you a setup with his army whilst we're here. But in terms of reinforcements, we're going to use 10. I know we've got 2 left over up in the top left corner. We're going to use 10, but I'm going to show you there's 2 variations of the setup. This is the same, though, for every setup. So, reinforcement 1, the right-hand side of the hookah door. 2, the left-hand side of the hookah door. 3, the left-hand side of the triple wall on hookah, like right up next to billiards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. The middle wall between billiards and hookah, and then all 4 reinforcements across the back of pink bar. Then we've got 2 reinforcements left, and you've got 2 options here. You either reinforce this wall and this wall, or we reinforce that wall and that wall. And how you decide which one of these 2 that you reinforce is, if you're planning on playing in VIP, which I do recommend someone does, ideally a mute. And what you can do is you can mute the door there, mute the door here, and then mute this wall. You can then make shotgun holes across the bottom of that wall, and mute can just play in here and hold this area. With this reinforced, it's muted off. Can't get a drone in here, can't get a drone through here. You can make a rotate here as well, and then mute just plays around here. The only thing mute has to be careful of is you can't come this way out of VIP, because by the time you get here, there's always some roof camper, I was going to call him something else then. A roof camper just sitting here, waiting for somebody to come out of this door. I do it as well, so I can't look down on them too much. The only thing I would recommend doing, perhaps, is barricading this at the start of the round, but then also punch out the left side. And the reason I say that is you can then come out of the wall, come out the door, and when Ace throws his Selmas on the wall, you could maybe shoot them off the wall by leaving a punch hole here. But if I were you, I just wouldn't come out this door if you were playing here. Anyway, so if you're playing in here, reinforce this and this. If you're not playing in here, reinforce this and this, okay? And then there your last 2 reinforcements. This one you don't see reinforced very often, but the reason you do that is if you want to play tight up to this wall, taking cover here, you can't stand here usually because someone from 90 or someone coming out of VIP just wall bangs you through this wall. Always reinforce this and it'll keep you safe here as well. You can still shoot the other side of it. If I make a quick line of sight here, you don't need to do this in game, but if I make a quick line of sight here, you can still hold the corridor, hold the door and 90, but you can also take cover here as well. So rotates, we only need 2 for this side. The first one goes here on hookah. Second one goes over here on the wall to billiards. Now what you can make this a non-vault rotate. I personally like making it a vault rotate. I've always done it. I don't really know why. Like I say, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I've always done a vault rotate there. It's up to you how you want to play it, obviously. Right, now the setup we're going to use here with the army is 1 keeper barrier here behind the bomb. As you can see there, that's going to give you protection from the hookah window. So anyone rappelling there doesn't just get a freebie onto you. And the next one we're going to do is towards Aqua. Just make sure we get that at the right angle on the pool table over there. So now what we can do is we can play here, fighting on hookah window. We can fight on hookah door. We can hold hookah door and not have to worry about hookah window. Or if the push is coming from Aqua, we can now transfer between the rooms without getting shot from Aqua. So now you can play an Aqua, fight Aqua. No one Aqua, someone's coming this way instead. Obviously, if someone's on the hookah window rappel, you can't go between the rooms unless you were to put a keeper barrier here as well. You can do that because it'll block that line of sight off, but there'll still be a little bit in the middle where the guy on the hookah window will be able to see over the top. The only reason I don't like doing this is you can't really fight onto hookah window from here. So I don't really personally like doing that. It just means that you've just got to be careful of hookah window. But it means coming through here is really nice. It also means you can hold the window here, come through tight, and hold anyone on the window there. It's just a little setup that I think playing with his army in here enables you to hold hookah really effectively. And of course, if somebody does end up on the window rappel, you can just disarm that off if you want to anyway. And then you can go through here. So if there is somebody holding you from there, keep a barrier off, and then it gives you the time to get through if you need to. You can hold into Aqua. Don't forget, by the way, and for some reason I forget this all the time, you can just shoot keeper barriers now, but it's just, I've spent so long not being able to shoot them, it's just not ingrained in my memory that I can shoot them. Just a couple other things that are worth noting regarding defending hookah. Cap cans work really well on this door, pushing in from here, and you really need to have somebody below, around the sunrise area. Downstairs here, holding sunrise, holding kitchen, holding office. You can't let the enemy appear here without being contested, because they're also going to be on the hookah door without being contested. You're generally going to have somebody anchoring. Let me just get rid of the vase. I don't know why. I just have to get rid of it. You're going to have someone anchoring in this area here, holding hookah door, maybe holding from vase around the corner. But you can't let this person here get overwhelmed by hookah door and having somebody come up with cool vibes early doors. It's also generally a pretty free C4 as well. If you're playing in either here, you can get the free C4 onto hookah door, or you can play over this side and get the free C4 into aqua, and you can even use the default cam in aqua to assist yourself with it. You know, as soon as they come through the door, you've got your ping there. Throw your C4 here. I don't have one. I've got impacts. Replace it there. Wait for them to come through. Come off your cam and boom. That works all the time, by the way. Every egg a bird. So that's hookah. Yeah, you've definitely got to have more of a roam presence, but not too far, because bear in mind, a direct hit on aqua or on hookah, all you got to do is come through this door and plant here, and it's the plant goes down. So you've got to watch out for that as well, but you also just can't give up the map control. It's an interesting one, Coastline, because you sort of need to roam, but you also don't want to be too far away at the same time. So it's what you call a shallow roam. But yeah, that's hookah and billiards. On to kitchen and service then, and we've used 8 reinforcements, but first things first, shoot the radio. Get rid of that thing. I hate radios. First things first, watch a drone in this drone hole. You'll get a free, at least one drone every single round. Somebody comes through that drone hole in the first 15 seconds. Make sure you just ADS that and get a free drone there. In terms of reinforcements, we've used 8. We've got 1 here on the service door to, service wall to kitchen. We've then got the 2 kitchen walls. We've then got 2 barrels walls, and we'll talk about this wall being soft in a second. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got 3 walls upstairs. We'll talk about upstairs, and then we'll go back down on the site. It's absolutely imperative that you hold upstairs on this site. Upstairs, we've got the middle wall between a penthouse and VIP, and then we've got the 2 walls outside VIP. Now, it's imperative that you hold above. Reason being is pretty much all the floor above the site, except for this area here, is soft. So anyone that gets access to this room can open all the floor above kitchen and can stop you coming back in this room by just looking through the floor. A couple of lines aside, didn't mean to do that. A couple of lines aside that you need to make above when you're holding above is 1 onto the kitchen window. Kitchen window there. Legion works really well to roam up here. So you can drop a goo mine there. You want the kitchen door, which is just here. You want a goo mine there as well. Will that go through the wall floor there? It doesn't appear to. Well, anyway, you know what I mean if I say through. Why is that not going through the floor? I feel like that... What's it hitting? Hang on a minute. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, okay. It does go through the floor now. Yeah, so you can hold the kitchen door from here. Kitchen window. You want to make a little rotate here. Nothing mad. A little bit wider. Hello? To come through the and use it. You want it on this side because you can use this wardrobe as cover if you need to on the window. You can shoot through this, so it's not great cover, but you can also make a little angle as well to hold onto the window if someone's on there, depending on what corner of the window they're on. You then want to make feet holes all the way across this wall. Bear with me. All the way across there. It just means that when you're over in VIP, you can watch the hatch drop from here. You're going to see the feet fall. Remember, you see the feet below, but aim for the head. And then a really, really nice line of sight that you should learn and do with every single operator that you play, as long as you've got a shotgun, is this from here down onto service door. I don't know if you can tell. I think you should be able to, but that there is service door. A really, really nice angle. You can throw goo mines from here as well. You can bounce them off the desk. Oh, that's gone well. Why is the line, like, wrong? It's mad, isn't it? You can bounce them off the desk. Even if you leave them on the desk, by the way, when they walk past them, it'll still goo mine them. Doesn't have to be on the floor next to the feet. As long as it touches the body, it'll still interact with them. So yeah, from here now you can hold this, but also, if you prep this window, not only can you hold this angle here from above, you can also then jump out of here if you know they're on the door, Another line of sight that you could think about is back barrels, which is going to be here. And then anyone planting down in the corner there, you're going to be able to see. You can also see that from here, obviously. Over in the corner there. Always open the hatch, just for a quick escape. Back down into bathroom if you need to. And that's upstairs. Now with Legion, you want to be placing your goo mines on the doorways, into the site, into the upstairs area, across all these doors. And obviously a few, that was a rubbish throw, sorry. And then a couple downstairs on the areas I've shown you. On like service door and kitchen door. Kitchen door and kitchen window. And then from up here, just hold this with your life. Try and get some denial on this wall if you can, because if this wall gets open, it makes holding it really, really tough. You can also get a nice angle using the feet holes that you've made. You can get a nice angle onto Hall of Fame door from here as well. So that's upstairs. Downstairs, and in the ladies' chamber, well, we're going to use feet holes here. Am I running out of shotgun shots? Feet holes here, and that just stops anyone from planting in this area here. Because what the attackers can do is they can get to here, and as long as the attackers are holding the door here or the rotate here, there's not really a great deal you can do. So making feet holes here means that you can defend that plant from here if you need to. You can also, if anyone's pushing in, you can tuck into the wall here and just hold the door coming through. The goo mine there always goes a long way as well. We want to rotate here. This is pretty standard. You need to have a way of getting between the site without going through this door. So this rotate means you can come through here, you've got the bomber's cover, you can fight onto service door, or you can back away if you want to behind the reinforcements. If that rotate wasn't there, you'd have to come through this door and you can just be held from the service door there. The feet holes along here. Doing this with a super shorty is not easy. Those feet holes there are for when you're playing here, you can stop anyone coming through the corridor, you can hold the blue door. And also it makes retaking a lot easier. So if you need to retake kitchen, you can get an angle from here out onto the door without you having to come through this door. Just makes defending this area a bit easier. Leaving that soft also leaves you open for an impact if you need to later on in the round. And now you can still hold kitchen window and anyone who's trying to plant there. Again, you probably want to have someone sunrise early doors to kill 2 or 3 drones that are going to come through this way. Maybe 2 drones. Probably office as well. You only really need 2 on site here. 1 to cover the kitchen area, 1 to cover the service area. Now, let's talk about this wall here and why we've left this soft. So, there's an argument to say we make a vault rotate here. Because if you don't make a vault rotate here, anyone that's in this area has either got to cross to here so they get held by the door, or they've got to come through this way and get held by the front door, or go out this way and get held by kitchen. This just gives them another means of escape, but also another place to hold. You can now shoot front door from here. If you don't have that open, the only place you can hold front door from is here. Like we talked about other sites where you've got more ways of holding, as in more angles for the attackers to worry about. Also means you can hold security, and a bit into courtyard as well. It just gives you a bit more flexibility. Now the problem is that if you lose map control quite quickly, having this here can mean the attackers are in sight a lot faster than they would be. But on the counter side to that is it makes retaking a lot easier as well. So let's just say these 3 walls are reinforced and the plant's going down at the back of barrels and we haven't got vertical control. The only way we can get in is through this door. Just being able to come through this way means retaking the site is a lot easier. If you don't have this open, the only way of getting into the site is either through this door or through the kitchen door at the back. So having this open just gives another way into the site. It also means if someone's on kitchen door, you can quickly get out and hold down onto the corridor and jump back into the site. You've not got to run all the way around through bathroom, down here, and then fire down there, and then run back in. It just gives you way more maneuverability. It's just, the thing is, if you lose map control early, you'll do this, right? You'll lose map control early, and you'll think, why the hell have I made that rotate? However, when it works for you, you're like, that rotate is absolutely world class. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It depends what mood I'm in. If I'm feeling it and I'm hitting my shots, I open it. If I'm terrified and I'm having a bad game, then I close it up, which is what I'm doing at the moment, by the way. I don't know if you come to the streams. You should, twitch.tv/ALittleton, exactly the same as YouTube. Last couple of streams, though, man, have been tough. I've been playing so bad. Anyway, that's kitchen. Loads to talk about here, especially holding upstairs with all those angles that we've looked at. It's well worth learning those, because holding upstairs is going to win you this site. Onto Sunrise and Blue Bar now then, and this is a favourite site of mine on this map. I don't know why, I really enjoy it. And when this was in comp, this was one of the strongest sites. Again, it's another one of those tertiary sites where if you know what you're doing, it's really strong. And if you're not an organised 5, you're going to get absolutely rumbled on it. So let's have a look at the reinforcements. We've only used 5. We've got 1 on the left-hand side of the right hookah wall. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, let's just say both left-hand sides of the walls, right? We've then got the wall in between the left-hand side if you're in hookah. Sorry, if you're in sunrise, looking into blue bar. And then we've got 1 upstairs, which is the wall in the middle of hookah and billiards. So again, in fact, let's talk about upstairs first, because doesn't take us long this time, but you've got to hold upstairs again. A little bit like when you're defending hookah and billiards. You want your rotate there. Azami works just as well up here again. You just got to defend this area a little bit like when you defend upstairs. You can open this hatch, but you've got to if you open this hatch, you've got to defend upstairs with your life. Because what's nice is if you open this, you can then see down onto the door into sunrise. I've got loads of kills from here of people just running through and trying to go plant in that corner. It's a nice little angle to hold. You also, I don't know why I've run this way, you also need to hold office and aqua. It's important that we do this. Office is going to be generally, apart from the sunrise door, office is going to be the next busiest place. So it's important that we can hold an angle down onto here, even just make a bit of vert. Hello? Oh, sorry, I'm the wrong side of that. Even just make a bit of vert for the door as well to hold from above. I thought the door was that. I'm the wrong side of the middle there, that's why, sorry. I'm sure I've made... Hang on a minute, let me just drop down a second. I'm sure I've made vert there before. It's that bit solid, that's why. So yeah, you've got to hold it there instead. I've never noticed that from below. I've never really looked at that before. But yeah, you can hold the door from below. It's just the right side of aqua. I've never really noticed that before. I'm sure I used to do that. Maybe it was like looking back this way or something instead. Anyway, enough of that. So downstairs on site, we need a lot of lines of sight here. And we're going to talk about this wall in a second as well. We need to do a line of sight all the way across the bottom here. And this is not going to do... You're not really going to be playing in blue bar much at all. Blue bar is all about retake. You need to rotate here. And we want feet holes on the 2 soft walls here. We make feet holes there. You play around this area here. You make feet holes there because you can see them come in the door before they see you. Remember, we see the feet, we shoot the head. As again here, if you jump in this window, we're going to see the feet before we see the head. Putting prox mines in hidden locations here works really well. When I say hidden, I mean hide it from the window. Like, you see that prox mine you can't shoot from here? Don't just put it above the door so they can shoot it through this window. And again, with this side, try and hide it somewhere so you know when they jump in, you're going to get that notification, but they can't shoot it from the door. So as soon as you're playing here, you can hear them come in and make sure you do something about it. Again, those feet holes work this way as well. If they were to come in and go to the left, obviously don't just stand here because you're going to have your head taken off from the door. The feet holes here are all about stopping people planting behind blue bar. So playing around this area is really important because now you can stop anyone coming into blue bar. Defenders are not going to really be in blue bar at all because of the window that's there. So as soon as that window gets opened, you can't really play anywhere in blue bar other than here. And this doesn't really give you an advantage of much at all. You're just trapped. So you don't really want to be playing in blue bar. So if you do lose blue bar, it's all about the retake. Hence why we have this here. Now, you can reinforce these 2 walls. And what attackers will usually do is come through here and try and hard breach this. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word then. Try and hard breach this wall, and then they'll try and plant behind the blue bar. You can tuck in if you're ever attacking this site. By the way, let's just say we've hard breached this. You've got to be really aware of this as a defender. You can tuck in behind this, and you can plant like right here, a bit like you do on bank in the basements, and you're not going to be seen from the feet holes. So you've got to be aware of that as a defender. Now you can leave this. You can leave that soft. And then you can play retake here as well. So you can... I've nearly run out of shotgun shots here. So you can play retake if you drop the hatch. You can get them from behind the blue bar. Or you can come back through security. And you can still try and do something about blue bar. Because if the attackers get in here, and they're then playing behind a reinforcement, or it's not the easiest thing to retake. So sometimes you've got to think about sites where, yeah, they're going to get control early, but then we're going to end up behind them and retaking it. The other thing you've got to do is play kitchen. I've not got enough shotgun shells to make the rotate, but we make the usual rotate that we make when we're defending kitchen. Can we get through there? Oh, what a rotate with 2 shells. You defend kitchen as well, because what you don't want to do is give up kitchen early. Someone comes through that door, and they're already bearing down on the side from here. Obviously, the main anchor point that most people are going to play is behind the bar. So this person behind the bar is going to have enough on their hands doing this, this, and this, without having to worry about getting shot from behind from kitchen. So really, you need one, maybe two upstairs, one like hookah area, one billiards area, and then you want one kitchen, one in the side here, and one over an office security area at the back of courtyard area over there. And that's pretty much all you need. Again, it's a site that's all about retake. Smoke's solid here, obviously. Another common plant, by the way, you need to worry about is people getting through here. If you don't reinforce this wall, they're going to make like a soft breach here. Going to get through this wall. You can get up on the sofa here and plant, although the vault is really janky to get up on this sofa. Like, it's not easy to do. Like, you can see, it's not even appearing for me there. But you can, if you get the right angle. Why can't I vault on that? Have they removed that? They must have removed it. Because I've not had the vault prompt once. Oh, wait. Did we just have it then? That must be removed. Sorry, I'm just doing a bit of research here myself. Did we get... Oh, wait. There's a vault prompt we're getting slightly in this cut. Hang on. It was just there. Come back. Come on. So you can still get up here. But it's... I mean, trying to do that in the midst of a battle. The reason you want to get up here, obviously, because you can get right tucked into the corner. Whereas if you're not there, you're planting here and you can be seen from the kitchen door. But if you can get right up in the corner of the sofa... Oh, you just walk up it now. Brilliant. So you just go up to the corner and... Has that always been the case? I'm sure I used to have to try and vault up that from the side here. Wait, hang on a minute. There's 20 seconds left. I've got to go and plant. See that? It's not quite as easy as I just made it. Wait a second. Something's not right here. We now can't walk up it. We've just walked up it twice in a row. Sprinting isn't working. See, this is what I thought it was like. Okay, so yeah, that's not easy to do. And then you imagine you've got 5 seconds left to plant and you're like, oh, see, we've just gone up it, no problem. This is inconsistent. Interesting. I'm not sure. Anyway, bit of practice to figure out what the mechanics is to get up there. But anyway, that's another common plant spot, which is why being behind the bar, being able to deny that, however you decide to deny it with smoke or with a C4, works really well. Fun site, really fun site. Not easy, you need to be a coordinated stack to do it, but it's fun nonetheless. And last but by no means least, we've got theatre and penthouse. We've used 9 reinforcements, we could potentially use 10. We'll talk about this shortly. 1, the right-hand side wall through to top main stairs. Left-hand side wall out onto the corridor here. Right-hand side wall out onto the corridor here, so we leave these 2 walls soft. The dividing wall between theatre and penthouse itself, we leave this wall soft. We've then got the 2 left-hand walls over in Penthouse. However, sometimes you reinforce this side and leave this side soft, depending on where you want the rotate. I like the rotate this side. Some people like the rotate that side. And then finally, 3 in here, the 2 VIP walls, and the right side wall from VIP out towards the vase, vase, billiards, hookah area. Lines of sights and rotates, the obvious one. Excuse me, that's a cough. There's a rotate between sights. Just here. We then want the same feet holes to stop people dropping the hatch. Well, it doesn't stop people dropping the hatch, but at least you can shoot them when they do drop the hatch. You then want to have a line of sight across the top here. This enables you just to throw a C4 into the default plant, or a... it's mad how much further you can throw prox mines than C4. The point is, you can drop a C4 from over there, you can land it here, and it stops the default plant over in the corner here. Same with the smoke, obviously, you can do the same. You just got to line it up a little bit more. Probably throw it at the ceiling, maybe. And then it would go down onto the floor. Can I pick that up? Thank you. Back over this way, we're going to make feet holes to watch the walk down from the corridor here. You make these where if you're playing at the back of the site and somebody's walking down the corridor, as they're coming down, they get to here and you're already shooting them in the side of the legs. They've got no idea where you are. Of course, there's always the argument, well, someone can get a prone angle from here. They can, but you're going to have somebody playing here anyway. So, yeah, stopping that walk down to the door is always important. This one is going to make a long angle into VIP. And now from behind this reinforcement, You can hold into VIP and onto the breach from here. It's always not a favourable angle for an SMG-11, but if you had an ACOG, even swinging out there works really well. I put a mirror on this wall sometimes, then you can see into VIP from here on the mirror. You've got to open the hatch as an escape route. If you need to, you can get out and C4 from below. And that about covers it. What we haven't talked about yet is this wall. Now, this wall, if you don't put a reinforcement here and you're at the back of theatre, you can't go anywhere. You can't really go forwards because Hall of Fame door is probably going to be taken, or at least bathroom's going to be taken. And you can't come out the door, side door. It only leaves you one place of exit through the side door. So, sorry, out of theatre door, sorry. And obviously you're going to potentially have someone holding you from luggage or main stairs. But the argument is, if you do make a rotate here, it gives the attackers a free line of sight from the window into the side. But if you make it small like this, it doesn't give them much. The only thing is, if someone's on rappel here, they can just sit here all round and just hold this rotate, and you wouldn't be able to use it. But I don't mind that so much. Like, if an attacker wants to sit and hold that rotate for 2.5 minutes, and I just won't leave through that rotate until I hear him get off rappel, then fine. Like, that's like, I don't mind. I can tuck in here, I can hang here, hold luggage from here, move further back down the site, and hold the feet hold still from here. And, you know, you're not in danger from that window until you go through the rotate. But if you know they're not on rappel there, being able to go through here and then come round on fire onto 90 is a lot stronger than just walking through this door. Obviously, you could use these head holes as well to fight onto 90. But it just gives you, again, a bit more mobility to be able to get out the site without going through the doors. Everyone holds the door, don't they? Like, if you're in a 1v2, or 2v1, sorry, the first thing you're doing is holding this side door, waiting for somebody to come out. By having just another route out of the site, you can maneuver without them knowing about it a little bit easier sometimes. And that about covers it. Try and... oh, by the way, the reason I make the rotate on this side rather than this side is if you lose VIP, if they open the VIP wall and you lose control of here and the rotate's this side, it's really easy for the attackers to just tuck in here and plant right in this corner here. And you can't really do much about it because to stop it, you need to come round to here to try and deny that plant. But by that time, you know, you've got a window that's wide open, Hall of Fame doors there. At least if it's the other side, you can, like, be here or you can be on this door, wherever you might be. You can try and deny it with a C4 or a smoke or something from there. I just prefer... Where did that smoke go? That's an... Oh, most of it went through the rotate. No way. That's an insane throw. I tell you what, since the addition of the lineup, smoke throws have become so much easier. Like, so good. But yeah, that's the reason I like to do it that side. I don't think there's a massive problem with doing it that side. I just think it makes it easier for the attackers to plant. Pulse works really well here, by the way, because all that floor in here is soft. Except for this bit here. This is the only bit that's not. This is Hall of Fame. But once they get into sight here, or if they're behind the bed here and here, then all of this is soft. So yeah, it works well to play Pulse here. And that is Theatre and Penthouse. So there we have it. There's how to set up and defend Coastline shortly after Knifegate, where there was a wealth of support, actually, in knifing the reinforcements. I know people said, oh, it takes too much time. Does it really take, like, half a second? In my mind, if I was watching the video, I would think, right, yeah, 1, 2, not just talk about it. So in my mind, it's like a visual representation of saying, reinforce that, that, and that. I always thought it was a better idea, and I'm going to continue doing it because it's my channel, right? Well, it's not, it's our channel, technically, because the channel's nothing without you that watch it, which brings me on to... Thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. The setup videos have been doing pretty well across YouTube, and I'm really grateful for all the support on each and every one of them. Don't forget to like, comment, surprise? Like, comment, and surprise. Like, comment. I should edit that out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up and all that sort of good stuff that really helps with the algorithm. I appreciate it more than I can stick on the end of this video. Thank you very much for getting involved as always, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.